Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. Trent is my agent.com. Better late than never. This forecast a little bit later today, but we got a lot to unpack for the next several weeks. It's going to get much colder, and we've got really two overall distinct rounds of particularly bitterly cold weather. Now, the second round will be worse and longer lasting than the first. But both of them will have a series of clipper systems that are going to bring dustings of snow, minor accumulations of snow, and I think both of them have the potential of also having a storm come out of Texas and bring snow and ice to the area. So these above normal temperatures we've had so far for the month of January, this first 11 days, well, that's going to change in a pretty big way. You know, we had a below normal December overall temperature-wise, despite the record warmth late in the month, specifically just after Christmas. Well, now these red and pink readings, which are more than 10 degrees above normal, you're going to see those erode away as much colder air comes in. In fact, in our area, our temperatures have been, mean temperature has been running about 10 degrees above normal so far for January. And in terms of precipitation, well, a lot of our area is running below normal so far for the month, but you don't have to go too far to the northwest, like around Chicago, and then all the way up to Wisconsin, Kansas, Oklahoma, and also parts of Colorado. Some of these areas have had 5-6 times their normal precip so far for January, and the wetness is also in the western U.S. and parts of the south. So it's this little strip from southern New York through the Ohio Valley in our area down to Arkansas, and then up here in the northern plains. Those are really the two areas that have been lacking in a lot of precip. The recent more soaking rainfall has helped. We've actually, it's running above normal precip wise from northwest Warren up into central Benton County, and then closer to normal from Fowler all the way up to Winnemac. But the rest of the area you can see here, in terms of rainfall, we're running about 20 to 50% of normal so far. The driest area, Covington down to Perrysville. But we've got some welcome moisture ahead. Today, though, it's been a dry day. We've had some high thin cirrus and mid-level clouds, but still plenty of sunshine. And with the southwest wind, we've melted a lot of the snowfall away. Temperatures running in the 30s to low 40s. Though it's 45 at Rockville for the warm spot, 41 at the Purdue Airport, 38 Monticello, but 35 at Round Grove, 39 at Grissom, and the 37 at Kokomo. First of several clippers are about to come through. We've got one right here that will drop southeastward and bring a few isolated showers tomorrow evening, and then some showers tomorrow night. And then if you look here on Wednesday itself, we start to get a scattering of rain and snow showers early, changing to snow showers with time. So we're going to have some scattered snow showers in the afternoon, and some of these will last into Wednesday night, especially in our northeastern counties with the lake effect. And in terms of accumulation, you know, some places will get a dusting out of this. You can see some of the blue areas. Those are dustings, little thin coatings of snow. If we're going to get an inch of snow, it's going to be northern Miami and northeastern Fulton County in the lake effect zone. That area could get an inch, maybe just a hair more than that. And then another one will come in. So we're looking at late Thursday to Friday night. This clipper zips through. So initially, one wave of snow comes through, right there you see it, and then it's a scattering of snow showers, snow squalls, and a lot of wind. And that could put down some accumulation too. You know, a lot of the data is suggesting an inch, maybe a few places get an inch and a half, maybe a little more than an inch and a half sort of thing. And it's the lake effect up here near Rochester and Chile, Mexico, and Denver that may see a little more than 2 inches of snow from this, from lake effect, but a little more accumulation expected. And then we continue to watch several other little disturbances come in from the northwest with this deep trough and all the cold air. So some more scattered snow showers this weekend, kind of off and on, with some dustings and coatings thrown into the mix here, and a little more accumulation. This is Saturday through Monday, where you see the blues, darker blues. Those are dustings, those are coatings. There may be a couple isolated 1-inch spots here and there. This particular data although pretty low resolution and kind of far out, does paint a 1 to 2 inch band, generally just south of Indy over here to Columbus, Ohio. Regardless, just count on some snow showers around. But after that, we get perhaps a few more snow showers Monday, and it's quite cold Monday. Some places will get down to 0, maybe a hair below that. Then all of a sudden, for maybe 1 or 2 days, it randomly thaws with highs in the 30s to low 40s. And with that, there'll be one wave of some rain showers that come through right there. That is an Arctic front. And as that Arctic front comes through, much colder air will be coming in behind that. So temperatures dropping way below normal, and we've got to watch 2 areas behind the Arctic front. One, there's a clipper that's going to be zipping here, and watch Texas. There's going to be a system, you'll see a low pressure right here developing. With the front laid up through here, these two may merge and then right up the front, and we may very well have a situation like this, where you've got the Arctic air coming in. It's already fairly cool here anyway, a little above normal, but this will be the leading edge of the Arctic air in our area. And then the storm merges and it wants to ride up the front. What that would do is put snow in the area, windy conditions, and as it tries to pull warm air up and over the front, our southern counties would have a period of sleet freezing rain. We will have to watch that. There's still a lack of clarity on it, but it's a good setup for something like that to happen. So we'll be kind of monitoring that day by day. That's been a scenario for a good while now, and I've kind of kept my eye on those 2 waves of Arctic air and 2 situations where that might happen for many, many weeks here, even a month. So in terms of the cold, so we're looking at temperature anomalies. If it's orange, if it's red, if it's pink, it's above normal. If it's blue, purple, especially if it's lavender or pink colored, it's way, way below normal. So from this Thursday to next Thursday, first things first, we see the cold coming in this Thursday. I'm going to let this re-loop and go back. So I'll show you when we're starting at, boom, right there, Thursday this week. Then see, there's your warm-up next week, and then look at this. Big cold comes in, doesn't last long, but big cold. Then we warm up, and then the second Arctic blast comes in. And this one is longer lasting. This is going to blast our area, and note how the Arctic air hangs on longer with this one. So we kind of have a precursor cold coming, Monday. We have a precursor cold event coming late this week, right? And then into the weekend. We briefly get warmer next week. Then we have the main cold event. Then we thaw and warm. And then very into January, early February, a longer lasting, more potent cold event comes in behind that. And with that second round of cold, we do lay down a deep snowpack. Very similar situation to what I was showing you with the first round of Arctic air. Cold front comes in, storm comes out of Texas, wants to ride the front north, puts down accumulating snowfall here. Something to watch. Certainly more active winter weather-wise than we've seen since December here, which is, it's kind of been how it's looked for a while. Colder first half of December, we don't have a white Christmas. It's mild, it's warm, we get thunder and lightning. More in the way of rainfall, it's fairly mild after a cold snap in early January, and then once we get past the 15th, it gets much colder with time, with kind of 2 main waves of cold between that point and early February. That's been the trend, and that's kind of still where we're going at this point. 32 tonight, but rising overnight with a southwest wind, 37 to 8 in the morning. We got a high tomorrow, 50. There, the gusty winds, strong winds from the southwest, and the clouds thickening up, maybe a couple isolated rain showers towards 7 o'clock in the evening, and there are your mild highs at 46 to 54 when the normal is about 32 for a high temperature. Now on Wednesday, temperatures falling. We have a morning high of 39. Again, scattering rain showers on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. maybe a few flakes at the end, then a break. The sun tries to come out, and then we get some scattered snow showers for the afternoon. The temperature's falling, 29 at 3, 25 at 7, and a howling northwest wind. So for the kids, the warmest weather will be in the morning. So again, I failed to update this map, but I will tell you in the morning hours, yeah, maybe 36 to 45 degrees. However, by 3 p.m., your temperatures will be running anywhere from about 24 up here to about 31 here, and they'll be in the upper 20s in the heart of the forecast area. Here is your 10-day though. So after the snow showers, a little bit of accumulation, we're 25 on Thursday, 31 Friday, again, snow around. Snow showers off and on into the weekend, much colder, 23 on Saturday. Noted every day's windy, so wind chills will be very low. Most of these wind chills single digits during the day, but then once you get to Sunday and into the night, wind chills will be dropping single digits to below 0. We are down to 4 on Monday morning, and then another cold morning Tuesday. Then we moderate, and we get some rain and snow to all snow, and then after that, really Arctic air comes in, and we got to watch Texas for snow and ice to make it in.